Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. Today is the fourth of a series of messages that I'm doing on our Christmas carols, and it's the fourth that we're looking at that carol, Hart, the Herald, Angels Sing, by the great Wesleyan hymn writer Charles Wesley. And I want us to look at the second verse of it. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord, late in time behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity, pleased as man with man to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. You know, that second verse starts by saying, Christ by highest heaven adored. He is not just a semi-deity. He is not just a more powerful angel, but he was worshipped by the angels. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 6 says, let all God's angels worship him. And so he is the object of worship, even before he came as a man, even before he lay in the manger as the pre-existent God the Son. He was the object of worship of the very highest of the angelic host. And God created humans, he created angels, but then above all of that is the uncreated God the Son, because he is not created, he is Christ, the everlasting Lord. As verse that we use so often at Christmas is from John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning, and through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. He is, as I say, not just a more powerful angel, but he is the eternal creator. And this is the one who came to earth as a man. The next line, late in time, behold him come. In Galatians chapter 4, verses 4 and 5, it says, but when the set time had fully come, God sent his Son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those under the law, that we might receive adoption to sonship. And what the hymn writer was saying with this Christmas carol, and what people sing without even realizing what it is they're singing, late in time, behold him come, that in the fullness of time, God sent forth his Son. You know, God had given the people the law, but the law, if it was designed to actually change people's hearts, it didn't work. It was simply a schoolmaster to bring people to Christ. People had tried all different kinds of philosophy. They hadn't worked. And also at the time whenever Jesus came, the fullness of time, it was actually one of those pivotal moments in history, and there have been very few of them, when changes had taken place which would enable a message to be spread at the maximum rapidity to the maximum number of places in the world. And basically, there's probably, if you look back through history, there's probably only 4 periods when there's been an unparalleled opportunity to get a message out. One was with the Roman Empire, whenever they had the transport links, whenever they had most people in the known world speaking the same language. There was and the Pax Romana, which meant that you didn't have to worry about straying into a war zone when you crossed the border from one land into another. And that all joined together to mean that Jesus came at a time when the gospel could be spread much more easily and effectively than ever before at any point in history. Now, there's been other such pivotal points for communication and communicating a message. The invention of the printing press, of course, that coincided with the Reformation. The invention of the steam engine and the Industrial Revolution that led the great modern missionary movement. That all coincided with that. And of course, in our own day, the invention of the silicon chip that has enabled a new means of communication for us to spread the gospel around the world without leaving our own living room. Praise God, in the fullness of time, when it was just the right moment, at the appointed time, God sent forth his Son, born of a woman. And even that bit about being born of a woman, offspring of a virgin's womb. God had said in the book of Genesis that the seed of the serpent would be crushed by the seed of the woman. There's only one person in history could ever be described as the seed of the woman, because everyone else that was ever born from creation down to now was born from the seed of a man. But the only one that was not born of a seed of a human man was Jesus, born of a woman, offspring of a virgin's womb. Praise God for the virgin birth, and praise God for a man like Charles Wesley that could pack all this truth into a Christmas carol. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.